Hi, everybody. Thanks for having me here today. I had the opportunity recently to record some sounds in a beautiful place, and I'd like to play those for you. I'd like to ask you to close your eyes and just take a couple of deep breaths and just listen to these sounds for about a minute. Does anyone want to hazard a guess as to where that recording was made? Well, it was in my backyard, and I recorded that early in the morning when the birds were waking up, and I consider that to be the original Twitter. The birds were tweeting, and they weren't using more than 140 characters per tweet. These pictures that are behind me here were also shot in my yard. And this is the environment that I like to think of as the original internet. This is an intricately intertwined environment. When you think about where the birds live, the trees that they live in, the leaves on those trees, the insects that they eat, the microscopic organisms that those insects eat that are in the leaf litter under the trees, all of this is the original web, the ancient web of life. And if we take that a little farther and think about the sun and the air and the water that nurture those trees and those birds and insects, it doesn't take very long before we really arrive at us humans, who are just as intricately woven into that original internet as all the other forms of life. Because this is our world, and it's the only one we can live on. We could leave it for very short periods of time. It's the world that we have. It's our world, and it is, in my mind, the internet. But of course, we all know that in your lifetimes, another internet has emerged, and what a fascinating, shiny, new, wonderful thing that is. How great to be able to locate your friends in a strange city in a matter of seconds, to speak to someone across the world face to face, to watch a hawk feeding her babies on the ledge of a window in New York City. What an amazing, powerful thing the internet, the man-made internet is, and who knows where it will go from here. By the time I'm gone and you are grandparents, that internet will have taken us all to places we can't even imagine now. But as you can probably tell, I'm a person from the era of landlines and typewriters, and I would like to make a suggestion. And this is my suggestion, that you spend a little bit of time every day on the ancient World Wide Web, the web of nature. And I know all of you have done that, and probably you've gone to amazing places, and you've hiked in the mountains, and you've swum in the ocean, and you've traveled and had great experiences, and those things are fabulous. But what I'm talking about is the everyday, the ordinary. Your yard, your front yard, your backyard, the world that's right outside your door. And what I'd like to suggest is that you spend a little bit of time every day connecting to that internet, to that World Wide Web. When you're walking around or running, it's great to listen to music, but if you take out the earbuds, you'll hear the Twitter feed of the birds. If you put down the screens that we're all looking at, and I work in television, so I'm looking at a screen a lot of the day, but if you put those screens down and look out the window, let your mind drift with the clouds and the birds. And I believe that something extraordinary happens when you do this, because you begin to feel this connection to nature that happens every day. And you know what? The thing is that this is important to the world, because the world needs you and it needs me. Nature needs all of us, because without us humans, nature is in trouble. And there's a term that you may have heard for people who have kind of lost their connection to nature. It's called nature deficit disorder. If you have that, this is the cure. If you don't have nature deficit disorder, then you're already hooked in to the great internet of the earth and the universe. You know, tomorrow is Earth Day, and what a great day to get out and listen to the birds and connect with nature. And I wanted to read you a short poem by a wonderful, excuse me, I have it right here, a wonderful poet named Wendell Berry, who I really admire. It's called "What We Need Is Here." Geese appear high over us, pass, and the sky closes. Abandon, as in love or sleep, holds them on their way. Clear in the ancient faith, what we need is here. And we pray, not for new earth or heaven, but to be quiet in heart and in eye clear. What we need is here. I'd like to invite you to visit my blog called Carolina Pollinator, where I continue these musings, and I have posted the text of my talk here today. And you'll see also these photographs and a few more. Thank you very much.